So I can't do it again. It's late. Yeah. Hey, hello. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good to have you. I'm so glad to have you here. Today, I want us to move as fast as possible. So please don't be looking at what is behind me. I think someone should change this. I don't want to be saying this Champions League. Can we put something else, please? Who is there? All right. Good to have you. Good to have you. Facebook, thank you. Thank you for joining. Um, where else? Where else? Okay, we're on Zoom, we're on Facebook, and we're on YouTube Live. So it's good to have everybody. Thank you so very much for being here. We're going straight into what we have for today. I'm hopeful, I'm really hopeful that we get people join early so that we can move as quickly as possible. So we're going to be continuing from where we stopped. You guys are distracting me, please. All right, so thank you so very much. Joshua? Oh, really? Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. So I want to appreciate you all. Thank you for all you've done to be here. Thank you, thank you. Facebook, good to have you. YouTube, good to have you. How many of us are on Zoom now? Okay, four of us on Zoom. YouTube, how many do we have on YouTube? Can we kindly let me know if you're on YouTube? Forget what is playing behind. I just wanted to have some visual stimulation while we go ahead to have our class for today. So I want to appreciate you all. Thank you for taking out the time to be here. So now it's time to share, get somebody on board. Quickly share if you're on Facebook, quickly share, get somebody on board. We want to start, and we need as many people as possible to join so that we don't, go back and forth and all of that. For those of us that are on Zoom, of course, you can be sure. Yes, you can be sure that you have all your time to ask questions and all of that. Okay, so I'm sending out some of these. I'm sending out some, what do you call it now? Some of the links so that people can join. Okay, so you can go ahead and share also. All right, thank you. Okay, I don't think I'll need this today. Let me see what I can do with this. Yeah, what's up?
Fine, good evening. I'm trying to comment on I can't see the chat on YouTube.
Sorry, I didn't get
I
that.
can't see
On what?
the chat on YouTube. I'm
On
trying to
YouTube?
comment, like to paste the link. Yes.
You want to paste the link?
Yes.
Okay, that's which of the links now?
It's for them to share.
Okay. But you have the link already, yeah?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what's the challenge now?
I like how you comment on the YouTube now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to comment so
Oh,
people can click and check if they want to join through Facebook or through Zoom or something.
okay. What I will do now, right? What happened? Is it that I did not? enable live comments. Let me see.
Like is there? Or
Like
Jimmy,
is
can you see? Can you check if it's showing on yours and it's not showing?
Like is there, but also I cannot comment as well.
Comment.
okay. I'm trying to check where automatic chapters allow what now. Okay, I think there is a place where I just needed to sorry, I'm saying that it's actually comments is off.
Okay.
So let me quickly, sorry, those of you on Facebook, sorry, give us a moment. We're trying to get these things sorted out on YouTube.
It's now enabled. Comment is now
Okay.
enabled.
Okay.
Is
Then
that-
let me do that.
Is
Then.
it enabled now?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. So yeah, we can go ahead now. Yes, I can see it's enabled. Thank you. All right. All right, I appreciate you. Please, I want to know on Facebook, anybody on Facebook, those that are on Facebook, I want to know if you can hear me. All right. If you can hear me on Facebook, let me know. Oh, why is this saying chat is disabled now? Okay. I'm seeing the likes on Facebook. Does that mean you can hear me?
I'm trying to.
Okay, so let me know if you are able to post on Facebook, on YouTube.
Yes. Okay. I can post on Facebook. I just did.
Okay. How about YouTube?
And I can hear you on Facebook also.
Oh, beautiful. And YouTube? Okay, yeah, I saw I've seen your post. What of YouTube? Is it on yet?
I think I can't see. It's still just like
Was on initially.
Mm-hmm.
But I can comment on YouTube.
Now?
Yes, sir. I just made a comment.
Okay. Uh, but I can't see.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I think that's the old video.
That's the old one.
That's the old video. Yes. This one is still disabled, yes.
Okay, I think it will come up now. Uh-huh. So you should be able to post on YouTube now. So try, let's say you should be able to. Thank you so very much. Please invite someone. We're starting almost immediately. I want us to be out as quickly as possible, right? So thank you once again for taking out the time to be here. I think we have 5 participants on Zoom. Looks like we have more people on YouTube and on Facebook. Okay, I just made a comment on YouTube. I think it's opened already, yeah?
I'm trying to do my.
Mm, okay, but while that is going on, I think we should just go straight into what we have.
Okay.
Which of the links do you want to post on YouTube? Let me see if I can post it from here.
Zoom and Facebook.
Zoom and Facebook. Okay, send to me and I'll put it there.
Okay. I think I've been able to.
You've done that, yeah?
Yeah, but let me just take that. Okay, Mr. Makwa said this thing, the Zoom is still, the YouTube is still disabled. It's not.
It's,
Chiriba, please answer him.
it's no longer disabled, yeah?
No, no.
Okay, so we've used about 10 minutes to do
Minutes,
all the
yes. So,
technicalities. So over to you. Let's have you, Sophie. So over to you.
yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
On
Sophie.
YouTube, on Facebook, on Zoom, on which other platform do we have now? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to UpLift. This is not a summit, but UpLift session, right?
Yeah.
My name is Sophia, your moderator for today, and I want to appreciate my boss for giving me this opportunity, Ms. Jimmy Ruth, for this opportunity to moderate. And I want to also say a big thank you to Coach Nelson Ogoy. Thank you, sir, for this initiative. Like, I can't wait. Like, I could not even wait for this Wednesday. And then I was asking, still Wednesday for today. I want to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much. If you can hear me, kindly engage on the chat box so we can know that you can hear us very
Recording
well.
in progress.
Okay, so today is like a continuation from last week. Today we continue a powerful section and conversation. Know where you're going, the power of personal clarity. And me, I wrote on my notepad, this is part two. So I don't know what you want to call this one today, but it's part two from the first section we had last week. If you joined us last section, you already know how impactful it was. And today we are going even deeper, right? Last week I'll just highlight some of the points Coach Nelson gave to us
Yeah.
last week.
Mhm.
And one of them, knowing where you're going, one of them is functional aimlessness. The second one is primary detective, clarity killers, calculated momentums. And he said a lot regarding all of this. He said clarity is different from our vision, our value, and velocity. I would not want to bore you with last week. It's your business that you were not here, but we will help you because you have joined today, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I would love to welcome Coach Nelson. We have like a house rule, so everyone not for everyone to be in decorum. Kindly mute yourself if you're not the one speaking, so we can hear the the speaker. And with no further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome back on the stage because right now this is the stage. Coach LT Ogoyi. We're excited to
Thank
continue
you.
this episode with you. And thank you once again for this initiative, sir.
We appreciate
Over
it.
to you, sir.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate you, Sophie. On Facebook, thank you. On YouTube, on Zoom, thank you all so much for joining. And just like she said, last week we were able to deal with this topic. We started dealing with it. I realized that the more we began to look at it, the bigger it became. It looked like we even had more people who had questions to ask, and there were many people who really wanted more engagement, but then we had a short time. So I thought, okay, what we would do instead of going to a different topic, I thought it would be good for us to do a part two of this so that we can answer questions, but most importantly, conclude on what we started last week. One of the things that I would like to also share with us as we begin is to let us know that we are, this is a mentorship session. We call it MIS, Mentorship Impact Session. MIS. I don't want to call it MISS because if you could say maybe we've missed, no. The acronym is actually MISS. All right. What is happening on Facebook? It looks like my Facebook is a bit challenged, but I think it's reconnecting. Yeah. All right. So let me know if you're still on Zoom and oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. We're back on Facebook. We're back on. So thank you so very much. So, like what I wanted to say initially was that to let you know that you have the opportunity to let us know what the direction will look like. For instance, if we realize that many people would like to talk about, or want us to address certain topical issues, topical matters, we will make that, we'll put that into our schedule. We already have some schedule for the next few weeks, but we do not want to be insensitive. What that means is that we are open to hearing from you if there are particular topics that are of interest or things that are in vogue, things that not just in vogue, things that you think that the people or our generation need to be mentored on, so that when we're carrying a particular topic, we're going to be doing more on it, and then we know that we expand it, enlarge it until it gets to the point where people already know what to do. Now, the aim of our mentorship impact sessions is that we do not want to bore you or just bombard you with too many grammar, too many talk. The idea is to help give you the shoulder to stand upon, build. So what we're simply trying to do is this. We want to bring you to the point where you can, on your own, be able to move forward. And for you to be able to move forward, there are things that we should do for you, all right? There are things that we should do for you, okay? So for us to be able to go forward, today I just wanted us to have a bit of clarity and practical clarity. So what I would like to do today is to bring in a bit more structured approach, right? Because it's a mentorship session, a bit more structured approach that will make us to see things differently, to understand holistically, and to know exactly the steps that we needed to take. Somebody asked a question last week, and that question was very, very, very important. It was very key to me. And I thought it would be good for us to deal with that particular question as we begin. And the question was, what are the steps I need to take to gain personal clarity? But before I answer that question, and of course, use that as a bedrock for what we'll be discussing today, it would be good to just give us a bit of a rundown on what we talked last week. And while Sophia was trying to, while she was introducing today's meeting and she was moderating, you could tell that she had mentioned a few things, particularly the key objectives. And our key objectives are very, very simple. We want to disrupt functional aimlessness. For those that were not around last week, these are the things we dealt with. We said we first of all want to disrupt what I call functional aimlessness. It sounds like, what do you call that? Is it irony? What do you call that figure of speech in English? Somebody help me with it. How do you call that in English? Functional aimlessness. It is, you're functional, but you're aimless at the same time. How that many people are filled with activities, they have their days laden with too many things to do, but at the same time, functional but aimless. I usually say this: every journey does not lead everywhere. Every journey does not lead to a good destination. That's what I'm trying to say. Every journey actually does not have a destination. There are some journeys that have no destinations. And then there are journeys that people embark on that looks like there is a destination, but at the end of the day, they never get there. So all of these things can be dealt with when you deal with, first of all, functional aimlessness. Number two, I also talked about the need for us to crystallize what we call a primary directive. Your primary directive is your true north. It is what directs you, just like a compass. I started talking about a compass last week, and how that you need to develop an internal compass that makes you stay on track. Now, you know what a compass does? I don't know how many of us have used a compass. You have a compass in your hand and you are moving. As you're moving, when you turn away from your true north, what happens is that the arrow pointing to the north will remain at the north, even though you are moving away. And the degree through which, or the degree at which you are moving away from your north, will be showing. To the extent that if you begin to go south, you will see what you call the arrow to your north pointing opposite to you. What that means is that you need to develop an internal compass that makes you know when you drift off, when you are away from what it should be, when you are out of purpose, out of line, out of alignment. I think that's the word, alignment. You will know. And the only way you can do that is, first of all, crystallizing what I call your primary directive. Your primary directive is what gives you a marching order. It is what shows you where you are going to. It is what drives you. Don't forget, it's directive. It directs you. It directs you in the what do you call it? The path that you should go. So the direction that you follow is determined by your inner or internal compass. And I've said this before. Many people are where they are because they stumbled into it. Can I say that again? Many of us, those of us on Facebook, if you're listening to me, what I'm saying is this: there are many of us that just stumbled into where we are, not because we deliberately planned to be there, but we stumbled into it. And it became for us our primary directive. And let me tell you the truth. Later on in life, if you later realize or discover that it was not originally, or it's not originally in your makeup to have that as your primary directive, you may have to go back again. I heard of, I think this story, I need to share this story with us, of a man who had finished university, had his children and all of that, doing very well, and went back to school to study medicine. I think he had studied law or something, I can't remember. It's a story that was told some years ago. How that this man finished school, did all of that, a professional in whatever it was, maybe law. So, but at the old age of his life, let me use that word, or middle age, I think about 50 or so, he went back to the university to study medicine. You know why? He realized that his true north, what gives him fulfillment, what makes him feel fulfilled in life, such that he knows that this is where I should be per time, that came to him late. He had spent almost half of his life, or more than half of his life, in the wrong place. And that is why it's very important to develop what I call your primary directive. Your internal compass will guide you. Number 3, I said we need to identify and dismantle what we call clarity killers, which I'm going to deal with again before we move forward. Now, there is a need to dismantle clarity killers. What are clarity killers? They are those things that bring distractions. They are those things that make you not to see. Just like I said last week, when you are driving and there's fog, right? There is a fog, or there is fog around you. We do not have much of that in Nigeria most times, but sometimes when you travel, it happens to me sometimes when you're traveling, and then in Nigeria, we have more of mist than fog, all right? Fog is a bit thicker, makes the whole place blurry. You cannot really see farther, you can see far. So clarity, your vision is disrupted. Okay, so there are things we call clarity killers, and these are the kind of fogs, the mist that cover your face, make you not to see well. So sometimes, if you're a driver, you have to use your wiper to just clean off your windshield so that you can see clearly. So clarity killers are some of those things. For instance, association. Now, the fact that you begin to associate with certain kind of people can put you in jeopardy, in a sense that you cannot be able to function the way you should, or not be able to see clearly so you can function the way you should, because you are distracted by association. People who come into your life who are not helping you to focus, but are helping you to be distracted. And then we said the 4th thing, we want to ignite what I call your calculated momentum. What is your calculated momentum? Your calculated momentum, and that's why we began to talk about your precision, your pace, and your power, right? Momentum is in the realm of power. Momentum is in the realm of speed. It is in the realm of, movement and strength. Now, but that cannot happen when all of these have not been dealt with. First of all, you need to do away with functional aimlessness. You need to develop your primary directive. You need to dismantle clarity killers. And finally, you ignite your calculated momentum. Get people on board. We're about to go deeper in our discussion. At this point, I want to ask, anybody has any question? Anybody have any question? You have any question at this point? I'd like to take your question before we move forward. Anybody like that? Anybody? Okay. If we do not have, then permit me to just go ahead. Thank you very much. On Facebook, I'm watching so I can see if you are putting up your questions. I'll be able to see them on the comments. Is that fine? All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'll just move forward at this point into what we have for today. Now, one of the problems that I've seen, with us is that many people run, but many people run aimlessly. Your vision, your values, and your velocity are about the same or similar to what we call precision, pace, and power, but they are a bit different. Now, your vision has to do with what your finish line looks like. What is your mountaintop? What is that place that when you get there, you say, I am fulfilled. I have hit the mark. I've reached my goal. That is your vision. Many times when we say people should come up with a vision statement, and that's what I want us to do this evening. Number one, I want you to develop a vision statement. What is your personal vision statement? Now, I know that especially for those of us in Africa and particularly Nigeria, we have a problem with vision. And let me tell you why. We are in a place or we're in a system where the economy is so terrible, the economy is so bad that what we do right now is whatever makes ends meet, I jump on it. I'm a teacher today, not because I originally wanted to become a teacher. I'm giving you an example now. I'm not a teacher, right? Of course, when I'm in a teacher now in a school, I don't teach in a secondary school, in an institution. No, I don't. But I'm saying that there are people that right now, that's what they are. So I call that accidental opportunities or opportunities that happen by accident, not directly by virtue of clarity of vision. What your vision is saying, right, is different from what you are doing. And many of us are caught in that trap. And is the reason why we die unmaximized. Please write this down. Many people die unmaximized because they jumped on what? What did I call it earlier? Accidental opportunities. The available became the desirable. What came to them by virtue of providence, opportunities that just came, or the place where they could just make ends meet. As far as I'm concerned, all I want right now is something to eat. Whatever puts food on my table becomes, for me, my career. Let me ask you, the career line you're in right now, the career you're pursuing right now, is that really your purpose in life? Is that your vision? Your vision is your mountaintop. Your vision is that place where when you get to, you can boldly tell yourself, I've hit the mark. How many of us have been able to, get to that point, or we know that we're on the track to hitting the mark? Now, let me explain something to you. There's something that I do not join to do. Don't forget, it's a mentorship class. I'm doing it like this. I'm not doing too much of talking. I'm trying to bring in scenarios, bring in different thoughts, and even illustrations so you can understand. Okay. There are times that you would need to bend a little so that you can stay alive to be able to get where you're going to. Let me say that again. There are times that you will need to stay alive. And for you to stay alive, survival becomes the drive. Please take note of what I'm saying. Please, tonight is a bit different. I'm going slowly. I'm trying to get us there. There are times that what is most important to you is survival. What is most important to you is to make ends meet. What is most important to you is to ensure that I am alive first before I even think of purpose. So, and there are many of us who do not understand the difference. Now, I have been there. I have been in a place where all I just wanted was I needed to be alive first. I need to survive. So my drive was survival, not fulfillment. My drive was staying alive, not hitting the mark. So many of us are caught in that trap, and up till now, you're still there. There is help for you tonight. If you are in that category, there's help for you tonight. That's one. Number two, there are certain people who they found their vision, they began to work in it, but the truth is that the clarity is not there yet. They just know it in bits, in pieces, in piecemeals. They don't really have everything together. There's also help for you tonight. All right. So we'll be dealing with all these categories. First of all, the category is the category of survival, right? Those that are what is predominant in their minds at the moment is survival. I just want to survive first before I talk about my vision, before I talk about my purpose, before I talk about hitting the mark. Yes, I understand. So that we will deal with. The second is you already know there's a vision. You're already somehow on the path, but everything is still scattered. It's neither here nor there. You do not know what to do. You're a bit confused. We will deal with that issue tonight. The third category that we're going to deal with, is those of us who, yes, I found my vision. I'm clear about it. I've been able to do away with all the, deal with all the distractions that there is. I'm focused. I'm moving in that line. However, I'm realizing that the vision is bigger than I thought. Then you are in the right place. So let's look at these three scenarios. All right. So those are the things I'll deal with tonight. Then we'll begin to ask questions. Don't forget, last week I didn't finish my outline. So I'm going to deal with that much later. But I want to deal with these three. All right. There is a strategy of the step, which is what I want to start with. It's part of what I was supposed to do last week. I call it the strategy of the step. Now, a vision without a step is just a dream. What did I say? A vision without a step is just a dream. When you have a vision and you do not know how to take a step, you do not know how to move one step at a time, then you're just dreaming. When you wake up, you realize that it was just a dream. Now, a step without a vision is a treadmill, meaning that you are doing activity, you are taking steps, but you are not going nowhere, right? It's just like someone that's running on a treadmill. He's going nowhere. He's expending energy. He's even losing calories, but that particular function or that particular exercise does not take him anywhere in motion. We're talking about motion now. All right. So there are two ways we want to look at the steps. First of all, there's what I call the micro move, and then secondly, the accountability loop. All right. I told us that we'll be helping ourselves tonight. Yeah, those of us on Facebook. So please don't forget to drop your questions. And I hope we're sharing. Please just share. All right. So the microwave is or what I call the micro move, not the microwave, not the micro move. It's one courageous action that you can take in the next 24 hours. And I like to break it down. I like to break this one down now. There is possibly some kind of an action that you can take that in the next 24 hours, you take this action that can bring a change in your life. It's a micro move. When I say micro now, I'm talking about the fact that it is not really about the how big the action is. It could be a little thing. It could be one simple step that you want to take. I give an example. It could be that I am deciding, and it has happened to me before. And what did I do? I decided that one of the things I'm going to do as an action step, because at that point I was expecting a job. I wanted a job, all right? And I realized that I've been sending things online and all of that. I decided that I would find some particular organizations that suit what I wanted, the kind of job I wanted, and I will go there physically to visit them. It's a micro move. Sometimes it may not be something that you want to, consider as a big move. But within 24 hours, is it something you can do? Okay, within 24 hours, is it possible to do a research? I'm just giving you different scenarios. People do not change their situations overnight by just sleeping and hoping and wishing. People change their situations by taking micro moves. When you have an accumulation of micro moves, it becomes a major step in the right direction. I say that again. Many people, or if you want to change your situation, most times you need to take certain steps in the direction of where you're going, such that what you are doing is that you are giving yourself, or you are giving yourself the responsibility of taking certain steps that may look very small, but when accumulated together, become a major break. That's how some people started. I give an example, personal example. I can't give you details because it's what I'm doing right now. And I don't talk about what I'm doing until it has come to limelight. So in recent times, I began to talk with some organizations who are into certain things that I'm in need of. I'm in need of them so much that I know very well in my heart of hearts, that I need these people and I need what they have to get to where I'm going to. Now, what did I do? Before now, what I used to do is I'll just map. There's something I call mapping. If you're writing, these are things. This is a mentorship class, please. There are things I'll be speaking that'll come from me, from inside of me. They're not in my notes. The things I'm saying now are not in my notes. They're inside of me, right? For instance, when I say mapping is not in the notes. It's not in what I'm teaching you. It's something I'm just giving to you from my heart. All right. So please take note of these things. All right. Okay, our Zoom is off. You can come back. You can join back using the same link. Sorry, this is not paid for. I mean, the Zoom link is not paid for. So we are doing what do you call it now? We're just trying to see how we can, make do with this. I have another paid platform, but not all of us use Zoho. I have a Zoho platform, but not all of us use Zoho. So I may not be able to work with us through that. So we're just using Zoom since it's a bit more popular and many people know Zoho. All right. So please let's tell everybody to join back so that we can move forward. I'm trying to see.
Recording in progress.
All right.
Recording stopped.
All right. Are we recording? It's saying recording stopped. Please, let's go
Recording
ahead.
in progress.
Thank you very much. All right, so I'm taking notes also. Now, this is it for me. The moment you realize that there are certain steps you can take, there may be micro steps, but the accumulation of which can become very great in the future, or the accumulation of which can become for you a strategy in the future, then it is worth taking. Now, in recent times, I've seen many people come to me, and many of them are coming to me with a lot of complaints, right? A lot of problems that need solution. And I realized that for us to be able to get a solution that we need to these problems, one of the things that we need of necessity we must do is to look inwards and begin to find what are the micro moves that I can take. So it's called the micro move strategy. Now, the micro move strategy says that what is the one courageous action I can take in the next 24 hours that aligns with my North Star, with my vision? So, like I said, I was giving you an example from me, and I said I map. Now, mapping is this. So, those of us that are writing, mapping is simply putting together all the pieces that, if they come together, can help you win or can help you achieve. So if I want to get something done, for instance, I need money. Number two, I need human capital, human resource. I want to do this program. I want to do the mentorship session with P-Nel, all right, mentorship impact session. Now, I know that for me to be able to do it, I need to map. So how do I do my mapping? I sit down. What is the goal? What is the vision? The goal is to have every Wednesday people coming together to listen, and not just to listen, to have their questions answered, to have a guide, to have direction. So what do? I mapped. So I began to talk with a few persons. That's how Jimbeba came on board, Ruth. That's how Sophie came here. That's how many of us that are here right now, that's how they came. Okay, so of course we have Mrs. Sabina here, my wife, and all of that, Mercy Daniel, and many other people. Now, how did that happen? I sat down to do what I call mapping. Your mapping is simply just like you draw a map. It's a picture of how you want something to look like. bringing together all the pieces that must come together to make it perfect. So when I'm mapping, it's like a drawing. So what I do is I carry my paper and I begin to write. And one of the things I write, first of all, is what do I want to do? It is written at the top. Then I began to write, what do I need to get this done? Number one, I need internet. Number two, I need smartphones or smartphone, a laptop. All right. Number three, I need human resource. People that, number one, can help me structure what I'm doing. Jimbeba is amazing when it comes to that. So it's part of my mapping. I map her as part of what I want to do. Sophie is amazing with organizing, beautiful when it comes to publicity. So I need her. Mrs. Sabina, amazing when it comes to program structuring, when it comes to bringing up ideas and thoughts and all of that. My wife, when it comes to the entire coordination to ensure that everything happens to me while I'm here. It's like a mini studio. I'm just using my living room here. And while I'm using my living room, it's easy for me to do that because my wife is part of those I mapped. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So that is how it works. I map all of these things. Now, then the next thing will be, what are the micro moves I must take? Number one, call Jimbeba. Number two, reach out to Sophie. Number three, discuss with Sabina. Number four, give the blueprint to my wife. Now, all of these things, I am doing all of these things. I'm pushing all of these things out. I'm doing them one step at a time. We didn't just get here now. Now, you see that what we are doing now, which is what I love to do, I love to mentor people. I love to see people become great. It is my joy to see people, achieve, become the best of themselves. That is what I live for, right? So when I am doing this, it's my passion. But because it's a vision and it's in the direction of my passion, I cannot just say, I'm going to do it and I just start doing it, all right? What I need to do is to, first of all, map, which is what led us to where we are right now. So I needed to map, and here we are, and the mapping has been successful. All right? So what are those micro steps you need to do? First of all, so I want us to do this. I talked about vision casting. First of all, where are you going to? What is your North Star? And I'd like us to be able to do something practical. Carry a book. If you have a book, carry a paper, a pen, if you have one with you. Or if you're using your phone, open your notepad. All right? Open your notepad. I hope you won't go off Facebook now. So if you're on Facebook, I know you cannot use your phone. If you're using your phone for Facebook Live or YouTube, you may not be able to go off. I don't think you'll be able to go off. So what you need to do now is get a sheet of paper. All right? Okay. At the top of it, if you're writing, just at the top, write my vision. And I want us to be able to develop something tonight. Now, for us to be able to develop something tonight, I want you to look at that particular book. It's empty. It's empty. There's nothing on it. If it's a sheet of paper, somebody help me get a sheet of paper. Daniel, get me a plain sheet of paper. I think I need to do some practicals tonight. Get me a pen also. No, plain sheet, not notebook, plain sheet. I need a plain sheet. Okay, can I use this? All right, thank you. Thank you very much. I think this is better. Then give me a pen. Get me a pen. So if you're looking at me, this is a plain sheet of paper. I hope we're on YouTube. Are we on? Yes, thank you very much. So we're going to be moving as quickly as possible. Thank you. Yeah, I see all your messages. Yeah, one courageous action. Now, for us to be able to do that, we are taking one courageous action also tonight. And what we want to do, this is a sheet of paper. Okay. For those of us on Zoom, you can see me, right? I'm starting my video. I'm not sure if my 20 Mbps Mbps megabits per second can handle all of it. You can't see? It's trying to come up.
No.
It's really trying to come up, but it's not coming up on Zoom. I don't know what we're gonna do. I know it's on YouTube. YouTube, can you see me On Facebook, can you see me? Facebook, can you see this? Zoom, I'm trying, but if it's not coming up, we'll
Fine,
just,
sir, if it's not coming up, sir.
it's not coming up, okay? So let me not belabor us with that. But what I'm saying is just carry a plain sheet. It's very simple. You can imagine it and do it, okay? And then you have a pen already. So at the top, don't forget, this is empty. It's like, I usually say it's like your life when you are what now? When you were born, like this. And many of us, this is where we are at in life, okay? But let me tell you how some of us are. Let me do something. I don't know if you can see this. In the middle is me. That circle you're seeing is me. And then there's what our children used to call jagala jagala all around it. Okay. Now, what that means is that I'm just in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the middle of too many things. I'm not sure you can see it very clearly. Get me a better pen. Or a marker, yes. Get me a marker, please. Get me a marker. I think a marker will be brighter, better, because those on YouTube, I'm not sure you're seeing it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so these are our mentorship sessions are gonna be. So this is me in the middle. And then a lot of noise, a lot of activities around me, and all of that. Okay. So if you can see now, looks like the reflection is too much on YouTube. The reflection, but if you can see it, let me know. So if you're on YouTube, you're seeing me in the middle, right? Can you see? Oh, beautiful, clearly, beautiful. So you see me in the middle, and then you see a lot of what children call jagala jagala. You know, jagala jagala. What that means is that a lot of rubbish, nonsense, and all of that. Now, that's what happens to many of us. We are just in the middle of nowhere. We are just, pushing through very many things that are not working. We are in the middle, but everything around is just nothing. All right. Now you need to move from that to where we are going to now. That's why I said get a plain sheet like this now. Let it be plain. Let it be open. At the top of it, write my vision. Or write the word vision. Like this. If you can see it, let me know. I've written mine. Vision. Vision. Okay. Now, what we are doing is how do we develop a vision statement? How do we develop a vision statement? Now, when we talk about vision, most times people get it mixed up. I've gone to organizations, I do organizational development. And when I go to do organizational development with some organizations, one of the things I see is how that many of these people do not even understand what vision is. For instance, you're telling someone what is your vision, and they're telling you what they do. What you do is not your vision. What you do are the activities that make your vision to be accomplished. Your vision is where you are going to. Your vision is the topmost, the advanced. Oh, thank you so very much. Oh, beautiful. Okay, thank you. I'm happy that Facebook, I see that Facebook people seem to be seeing it clearer. Same thing with YouTube. Sorry, for those of us on Zoom, I don't know what's happening with my video. It's not coming up on Zoom. Okay. I'm sorry, you can't see my video on Zoom. What do we do? Let me try it one more time and see if we can, let me set it up. Okay, it's still not coming up. I think it should come up anytime from now. All right. It should come up. It's trying to come up. I just saw. I want to remove every other obstacle from it, all the effects and all. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I really wanted you guys to see this. Okay. So, oh no. Zoom, I don't know what to do. We're not seeing the video. It doesn't seem to be coming up. Okay. Please, what I'm going to do next week, I'll use a different device, a different camera for the Zoom so that it will just focus on the Zoom. Is that fine? I'm really sorry about this. It's just showing blank, and I don't like that. Oof, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'll just continue. What I'm doing is simple. I have a plain sheet in my hand. At the top of it, I wrote vision. Okay, and I said vision is where you're going to. Now, for you to be able to have a vision statement, this is what you need to do. Number one. What gives me most satisfaction? Right under your vision. We're trying to cast vision. We're trying to develop vision, not even cast now. We're trying to develop a vision. So at the top of the plain sheet, I have vision written, and we're trying to develop it. Now, you are going to be answering these questions. I don't know if you can answer them immediately, but there may be questions you answer after now. This is a simple step, but very profound. What gives me most, what did I say? Satisfaction? What gives me most satisfaction? If you're seeing me on YouTube, that's what I just wrote. What gives me most satisfaction? That's the number one thing. Answering that question is very important to developing a vision. Number two, what can't I do without? What can't I do without? And please, so that we can, qualify what we're doing, when I say what can't I do without, I'm simply saying, I'm not talking of your gadget, your phone. No, 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 no. In fact, if you are someone that can't do without your phone, then you should know that one of the things you may not be able to do without is communication or maybe talking, right? Talking. If you can't do without talking, then that's something. If you can't do without thinking, that's something. I'm not talking of worrying now, thinking. And I'm talking, when I say thinking, I'm talking of constructive reasoning. You sit down, you try to analyze things in your mind. Maybe something was hard for some people, but somehow you take your time, you want to analyze them, you want to know more about them, you want to push through them, and all of that. So, do you have that kind of experience? What can't I do without? Number three, what can't I allow to happen? Like, for instance, my wife does not like children crying. What can't I allow happen? What is that thing that when it happens, it pains you? It's your heartbeat. We call it your heartbeat. What is your heartbeat? What is that thing that the moment you see it, I hate to see people oppressed. Naturally, I hate it. It's, in fact, I fight people's battles. I jump into battles that are not my own. The moment I see people being oppressed by other people, something inside of me wakes up. I can't take it. It pains me. All right. It's the reason why, like my wife would say, you're Voltron, defender of the universe. She calls me that. Now, Voltron, defender of the universe. You're always defending. You want to defend everybody. Do you think you can defend? And that's why I see that leadership trait inside of me. I hate to see people oppressed. Right. So it's easy for me to know what my vision looks like. And of course, I know what my vision is, right? I'm just saying that there are things that help you to determine. Answering these questions are part of them, all right? Number 4, what am I passionate about? What am I passionate about? You need to answer that question. What is it you're passionate about? Now, I'm passionate about people development. I'm passionate about helping people. I'm naturally very sacrificial. I'm very, very sacrificial. I can give my time, I can give my energy, I can give my resources. I've done that today, I've done that yesterday, I do that every day. I'm passionate about it, helping people. So that help that I give is something that makes me feel fulfilled. All right. Now you realize at the end when we're done, you realize that all of these things would work together to help you determine what your north, your true north is, or what your north star is. All right. It will help you to know exactly where you're going to. Okay. Another thing we need to know or we need to talk about is what are my abilities? Number 5. What are my abilities? For instance, some people are good with their hands. They can draw, they can put things together. In fact, give them paper and pen, they come up with something. They are good with twisting, they are good with plaiting of hair. What are you good at? I'm not talking of skill now, I'm talking of ability. Skill is learned, ability is inherent. Ability is that one that God gave you. Skill is the one you learn. You went to school or you went somewhere to get the knowledge. It's different from your ability. Your ability is the one that you sat down on yourself and you saw it coming out of you. There are people that talking is an ability for them. There are some people that they effortlessly make you laugh. It's just their ability. They are able to do that. It's a talent, okay? So we can put that together, talent and ability. So what are your talents or what are your abilities? We can put those ones together. Your talent, your abilities, what is it that you know how to do naturally? And you're not tired of doing them. Okay? Yes. And then that will form our number 6. What is it that I'm never tired when I'm doing? What is it that you're never tired of doing? I'm never tired of doing. What is that thing? What I'm doing right now is something I'm not tired of doing. From morning, I've been doing it. I'm doing it now. Helping people gain clarity, talking to people about their vision, helping organizations to develop their true north, and many other things. I just can't stop doing it. I can talk like this for the next 1 hour, and I won't even know that 1 hour has passed. It's inside me. It wants to come out. My own is just to open my mouth and it's coming out. So it is something I do effortlessly. It is what I love to do, and it is what something I'm never tired of doing. All right. So as we move forward, how do we crystallize the answers of all of these things to be able to give us a vision? Don't forget you're developing a vision statement. So I'll use myself as an example. What gives me most satisfaction? What gives me most satisfaction is seeing lives become better. I give you an example. If I talk with someone today and I see the person by next year and the person is doing better, oh my God. In fact, that day, even if I don't eat food, I'm happy. There's just this joy. I come home excited because somebody I helped, somebody I developed, somebody I mentored has become great, has found an achievement. I am excited. All right. So I'm going to be using myself as example and the reason why your vision is tied to all of these things. Number 2, what can't I do without? I can't do without helping people. I can't do without talking. Don't forget, these things may not just be one. I can't do without talking. Now, I'm telling you how all of this work together. I can't do without talking. I can't do without helping people. When I say talking now, not Gist. Though I'm not good at gisting. And my wife will tell you that once I get to my house now, as I'm at home now, the moment this is over, the next thing now is carry my phone and sleep off. Or I'm looking for something, I'm reading something, I'm watching something. I am not good with gists. I'm not good with gossip. I'm not good with too much talk, as in, no, I'm not saying I'm not a talkative, but I am, in fact, I can't stop educating. Let me use that word now. I can't stop educating people. I can't stop helping people gain insights. Well, there's a name I use for myself. I'm naturally expository. I expose, I expound, I explain. I am naturally like that. I'm naturally a teacher. I am empowerment driven, like my wife says. I am empowerment driven. I empower people. So if talking will help me do that, I'm never tired of doing it. If giving helps me achieve that, I'm never tired of giving. So all of these things come together to make me who I am. Number three, what can't I allow happen? I can never allow people suffer. I can never allow people oppressed. I can't. All right. Number four, what am I passionate about? I'm passionate about leadership development. And leadership development in the sense that I want people to move from point A to point B. I'm a leader naturally. I'm transformational in the way I lead also, because transformation has to do with changing from bad to good, or from a state of low living to a state of high living. All right. What are my abilities? Talking is an ability. Thinking is an ability for me. Helping people is an ability. Now, let me even give you the ones that are more innate, that are inside of me, right? Strategy. I can help you develop strategy. I'm good with thinking out things, reasoning out things. It's easy for me to do, okay? Amongst other things, right? Now, one of the things that people that know me know is that growing up, they used to call me an all-rounder. All-rounder in the sense that, all-rounder in the sense that I have the ability to do many things. I can act, I can sing, I can teach, I can preach, I can, what again? I can swim. In fact, though swimming more like a skill, but somehow I came in it. I didn't really go to learn it. I just jumped into the water and I started swimming. Now, there are many things like that that I know how to do. So there are many of those things, and I realized later because I started asking myself question, why would God put many of these things inside of me? And then he wants me to just do one. And I realized that no, God actually doesn't want you to do one. There are many people that think that it's just one thing that God wants you to do. No, 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 no. If God gave you other abilities, he expects that those abilities will also be used in the line of your vision. So there should be a vision where you're going to, and then all of these things come together to support the vision, right? And then finally, what is it I am never tired of doing? I already said it. I'm never tired of empowering people. Never. Never. I'm thinking, as this one is finishing, I'm thinking, already we're talking about, as I'm talking to you right now, by June, the third weekend of June, this third Saturday of June, we'll be having our UpLift Summit, where all of us will be gathering together again. And then, of course, I'll bring speakers to empower us, to strengthen us, and all of that. And we're trying to bring in another thing, another empowerment program into the next edition. It's happening in June. What's the date now? June, third week, June, the third week, the third Saturday. That should be 20th. 20th, yeah? June, Ruth. So 20th June, we should be having our UpLift 3.0. Now, what that means is that as we are here doing all these things every weekend, there is already a plan ahead for us to be able to do the UpLift Summit. So we'll be doing 3 every year, the beginning of the year, middle of the year, and the last of the year. We're supposed to be doing it every quarter, but now we're realizing that it may not be able to work the way we expected it to work. So we're thinking that it's better for us to consolidate. We'll do one at the beginning to set the pace, at the middle to help us maintain the pace, and then at the end to help us look back, evaluate, and plan for the next year. So that's basically the concept behind the UpLift Summit. So we'll be having 3 every year instead of 4. Okay. That being said, as I'm also talking to you, plans are on ground for seats. What is seats? Summer Innovation Thinking School. Summer Innovation Thinking School is for children between the ages 13 to 20. It's an innovation opportunity for them to think ideas, entrepreneurship development at a small age, and we'll incubate them. Just like we're having mentorship now, we have incubation for them. Now, what am I trying to say? I can't stop doing it. I am never tired of doing it. This is me. This is my life. All right. So, what is my vision, or what is my vision statement? My vision statement is very simple. I raise leaders for global relevance. Simple. That's my vision statement. I don't have too many things to say. All right. That is my mission. My mission is to raise leaders for global relevance. I say that again, raising leaders for global relevance. That is my mission. So my vision is to see the perfect man. Now, there is something about when I mean man now, both female man, male man, I want to see that perfection in you. I want to see the glory in you. I want to see that, aura, that awesomeness in you come out. So my vision, that is my mountaintop. The moment I see it, I've hit the mark. Is what? To see the complete man, to see the perfect man, to see it gives me joy. But for me to be able to do that, there's a mission. My mission is what? To raise global leaders for global relevance. Very simple, right? But inside of it, many, many things come to play. So I'm using all of these strategies and all of these avenues to help me meet or hit the mark. So that tomorrow when I hit the mark, I can tell myself, oh, finally, I hit the mark. So that's how it works. All right? Are we together now? So this is what I've done. Answering these questions gives you your vision. So now, what did I just do? I've answered these questions and then consolidated them together, put them together to be able to come up with what I call my vision statement. My vision statement is not too ambiguous, it's not too big. I want to see the perfect man. Every man has a state that is called perfect. And my joy is to be part of those who would help you get there. And how do I do it? By raising global leaders for global relevance. All right. Have I helped somebody today with vision? Anybody has any question before we begin to round up? I want us to ask questions because today I'm already saying that we have not entered values, we've done vision. I don't know. It looks like we're going to continue with this. What do we think, please? Should we continue with this or should we just end it here? On YouTube, what do you think? Facebook, what do you think? Should we continue on this note? We've just handled vision, and I'm expecting that by the next meeting when we're coming together, you have already developed a vision statement. I'd like to see it. Oh, I would like to see it. You don't need to, you may find a way to send it to me directly. If you're not on our mentorship groups, I think we can post the links to our mentorship group. It's a WhatsApp community. So we can post the link. You can join, right? And there you can send in the answers that I'm looking for. What is your vision statement? You need to develop it. You need to develop it. Your vision and your mission. Okay? Because vision and mission, they work together.
Recording stopped.
Okay, who is there? I want to stop at this point and ask questions. Okay, so that's how to develop clarity of vision, clarity of purpose. You develop it by being intentional and by ensuring that you put your vision and your mission in proper perspective. First of all, you need to develop the statement. So what is yours? If you have one, why not share with me? I'll be very glad to know. But at this point, I'd like us to take questions. This is already 8:38. My thought was that by now we should be rounding up. But then let's give some few minutes and see if we can answer one or two questions. So my teaching has stopped. My teaching has stopped. So we'll move on from here next week. So it looks like we'll continue on this trajectory. So next week, what we'll just do is how to develop your vision, your values, and your velocity. So we're looking at vision, values, velocity next week. So we started with vision already today, move to values, and we'll move to velocity. Okay? Please, anybody there? Question time. Oh, who's there? On Facebook, anybody? Okay, we
Okay,
don't.
we have a hand up
On Zoom?
on the Zoom.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Ezekiel.
Yes,
Please
please go
kindly
ahead.
unmute yourself and ask your question.
Please go ahead, Ezekiel.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ezekiel. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much for this session. No, this is my first time. I was not on last week.
Yeah, true.
I was not on the call last week. You talked about passion.
Yeah.
That's question for what are you passionate about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Developing a vision like vision casting.
Yeah.
So sometimes we find ourselves passionate about different things entirely. In fact, sometimes they are contradictory things. Like someone may be passionate about, just for example, so passionate about taekwondo. At the same time, the same fellow can draw. Is a painter. Very passionate about that. At the same time, he's a good communicator, or different things like that, like you mentioned. So sometimes a bit of confusion can set in. Okay, which one do I push forward? Which one should I pay attention to? But it's more. Sometimes it's like you have equal. If you want to measure each passion, it's like you have almost equal passion for
many
these
things.
So how do you walk your way through all these contradictions? That's
Thank you.
just my question.
Thank you so much. Yeah. This question is amazing. I won't lie to you. Amazing question from an amazing man. Thank you very much for that. Now, let me help you so that we don't waste so much time. There are many of us. Now, let me give you an example. I said earlier, if you noticed, if you took note of what I said earlier, I mentioned that growing up, people used to call me all-rounder. In fact, one of my friends used to call me all-rounder Lomo. It's a Yoruba way of saying that this guy just sabi everything. You put me in singing, oh no, I'm at the top. I was a footballer. I could play basketball. I was a sprinter. As a matter of fact, I almost represented Nigeria, but I couldn't because of injury. Which other one again? I could act. In fact, I've acted in a movie before. Now, one of the things I realize is this. As much as one can be gifted, multiple gifts, you can also be passionate about multiple things. However, there is a way to streamline. Now, streamline does not mean to push away some or to end up some. There are some that will naturally go with time. For instance, by virtue of injury, my footballing career and all those things just ended, right? Running and all of that, sprinting ended. Naturally, that part was over. But there was something inside of me. I was still passionate about sport up till now. It was interesting to know that I still do some coaching. The other time I coached our church, what do you call it now? The football arm of our church. And we won the league. We won the tournament in Abuja here, right? And we even had a FIFA representative there to watch, okay? Now, that does not make me a football coach, okay? But it's something that by virtue of fun, I had fun with it. But look at how I measure growth and my vision through all of this. There is something I call finding your point of intersection. If you're writing, you write that down. finding your point of intersection. There is always a point of intersection where everything must converge. If you do not have the point of intersection, you'll be everywhere. And it's the reason why at some point in my life, I was on the field. From the field, I was in fellowship because I could also preach, I could teach, I could do drama, and I could sing. So I was everywhere. I was everywhere until I found the point of intersection, which I realized that is development, people development, leadership development. And I realized that, okay, if that is the case, then I would need to zero in or strengthen that part, okay, by ensuring that whatever I'm doing is streamlined or converges on this one important point, which is people development. So going to become a coach in football was beyond coaching them to win the tournament. You won't believe that every of those boys began to see me as their leader, not as their coach. Guess what? Many of them did not call me coach. Many of them called me daddy or thank you very much for posting the mentorship group. Those are the links. You want to join the mentorship group, please, you can just click on it. We have mentorship group for career, we have for leadership, we have for business. Anyone you want to join, please. Now, this is what I'm saying. You realize that because I have a direct, what do you call it now? Passion for leadership development, which is my core. So your core will now help you to find a point of intersection for the other ones. Now, so what do? I will align myself in such a way that all these other things will find expression in this. If you look at it, you do taekwondo, you do drawing, there will always be, okay, Zoom is off again. We are coming back. So just join back on Zoom. If you're on Zoom, join back. If you're on Facebook, I hope you're following this. This question is very important. Multiple passions, how do I align? Or how do I gain clarity? How do I build a vision when all my, energy is scattered between different passions? Okay. So I'm trying to say, number one, find your point of intersection. What is that one thing that is so strong and powerful? All right. That is so strong and powerful that you can boldly say that, yes, this one is the most important for me. Must align with it. That is finding your point of intersection. Everything you are doing must intersect. All the passions, the energies, the abilities, your talents will intersect. Then you now find that point of intersection, and that becomes for you the place of primary focus. So every other thing aligns with it. So now I don't need to play football, but I coach. I don't need to act in any movie, but guess what? As I'm talking to you, there are about 3 movies that I am working as production manager on already. Not just that, I'm already helping them, to put their business. I put the business plan together, I put the production plan together. I'm working with some of our what do you call them now? I'm working with some investors from Egypt, right? These are not Nigerians, and even the people that are going to be starring in these movies, some of them are not Nigerians. Some of them one is from America, another one from the UK. Different people coming together, and guess what? I am finding expression in all of these. Okay, that does not make me a movie star. That does not make me a production manager. What that makes me is that I am helping in building people, building dreams, getting people to that point where I call the perfect man or the perfect place. All right. So that leadership development, which is the core of who I am, is what is driving me and is what I am pushing. That is my point of intersection. So I find that in everything that I do. So I can't do everything, but there is leadership development in everything that I do. So I don't know if Ezekiel is back now. Ezekiel?
Yes, I'm back.
So were you able to get what I'm trying to say? There's a point of intersection, and that point of intersection becomes your core. So it becomes a fulcrum, right? Or a pivot. where every other thing is hung on. So you have a fulcrum, and then you have leadership development. Okay, assuming for me, leadership development is my core, all right? Developing people development, getting people to that top is my core. So I do relationship, I help relationship, I help leadership, I help businesses, I help sports. Now there's movie, though that one I classify it under business also. But this one fulcrum is where everything is standing on, my leadership development. So it's the core for me. Every other thing that is a passion comes into it and the fine expression. I usually say this: there is nothing that is an ability or a talent or a gift that you have that is a waste. If you're writing it, write it down. There is nothing that is a gift, an ability, a talent that you have that is a waste. None is a waste. Every single one of them has its place. And at the right time, you will find where they belong.